Here we go. I'm here with Taile Bandz herself. And what I want to say is, tell me about Taile Bandz just growing up in general. What would you like as a kid? How was life like for Taile Bandz just growing up?
When I was a tomboy, I wanted to play ball. And I used to fight around a lot. Used to fight a lot. I thought I was a little nigga on the block when I was a little girl. I grew up with both of my parents. Well, my mom and my dad got divorced probably in like 94. And then, I don't know, I just grew up, mostly with my mom until I had turned about 14, 15 years old. Then I thought I was grown and I got put out. And then life got real.
Being put out like that, you said life got real. What was your toughest situation, just being put out and just having to, kind of like just grow up and fend for yourself?
It was hard being a kid and having to feed yourself and clothe yourself. I just thank God my mama taught me how to like budget and take care of myself as a woman. Going from house to house and changing up my living situation so much, but I mean I did it all through high school. But I graduated though. I did make it out of high school, so regardless of whatever I went through, I still made it out.
Right. Seems like you're a fighter, a tough fighter, been through a lot of adversity, but you still make it out.
Yes.
Can you tell me one of the most toughest adversities you ever had to face in just life in general, and how did you make it out of it?
Going through domestic abuse, and it was nobody but God that helped me make it out of the abuse I was going through. I went through it for about 6 years of domestic violence and being homeless off and on, and then also losing my daughter. That was also one of the hardest things I ever had to face in life. I don't think I'll ever get over that, but I try to keep myself busy so that way, I don't dwell on it too much.
Right. Something like that is a big situation, and just being productive and, keeping yourself busy and actually helping others plays a key role into fulfilling that void. So it's definitely a tough situation to deal with.
Yeah, and having my daughter's father, he was on drugs like really bad, so it caused him to put his hands on me and stuff a lot when he had like real bad withdrawals and stuff like that. So I really don't, like I said, it was just God that pulled me through everything that I had went through. Still to this day, I can't believe I'm where I'm at, but I'm here.
What got you out the domestic abuse? Because most people, they kind of stay in that abuse for a while, but what actually gave you the courage to finally say, I'm done, I'm finished, I'm ready to be the person I want to be?
Actually, him causing us to be homeless that last time, because I worked my ass off to get us another place to stay, and he came home from prison, and he kind of just he kind of just wigged out one day, and he bricked my windows and hammered my walls and all that, and got me and my daughter put out again into a homeless shelter. And when that situation had happened, I had told myself I'd never again look back. He ended up going to jail. And once he had went to jail, I never turned back. And then not knowing if he was homosexual or not, it was just a lot with that whole situation. It was just a lot with that whole situation.
Well, ideally, you never know nowadays, so it's just,
right.
Yeah. Best to exit yourself out of that situation and start a new beginning in general.
Yes, I did.
Can you tell me about the first new beginnings you started when you ended your relationship in this domestic abuse case?
Actually, once I had moved over to Kansas, because I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. Once I moved over to Kansas and I ended up meeting Jackie Terry and X-Ray, I ended up meeting them for a movie, and ever since then, it's like I haven't stopped. I've just been taking off with everything that I've done, everything that I'm doing, and I feel like I can't go nowhere but up since I've already been down for so long.
Can you explain that first movie you did with Jackie Terry and X-Ray? Can you explain, like, how did it make you feel? How nervous was you? What was your mind state walking in?
You talking about the Insecurities movie?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
sure.
I was hyped. I was nervous, and I don't know, like, it was kind of crazy because it was like I already had some frustration built up at the time. I was already upset about some things that I was going through in my personal life. So once I got on the set, it's like the energy was already there. So I just kind of, I don't know, naturally fell into it, I guess.
Right. Just being lost in the moment. And this was your first acting gig.
Yes, it was.
So my thing is, when it first came out, like, what were your expectations, and like, what made you want to transition over into acting? Because you did a really good job. And how does being an actor make you feel in general?
Actually, when I first saw the movie, I couldn't believe I did it. After being called a failure for so long, and after being put down so much in your life, and then for you to actually turn around and see yourself actually making one of your dreams come true is kind of mind blowing. When I first had seen that movie, I cried because I couldn't believe I had did it. So I don't know, like. And then I did the same thing with my music. I couldn't believe, because I never knew that I could rap. I never knew that I was capable of doing any of the things I'm doing right now until I had changed up my surroundings and I got around some people that was encouraging and very supportive of everything I had going on. So just being around people that was productive and had things going on in their lives just made me want to change mine all around the board.
Coming in it, you have done a lot of movies, music videos in general. My thing is, and you're a director yourself, so you transition over into the directing side after making so many movies. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite movie you directed so far that you enjoy doing the most out of all of them? What's your favorite? You directed some classics.
I think Love Triangle. That one had I got a little dramatic, got a little heated. I think Love Triangle was one of my favorites. And I did direct it, but Fresh Out was one of my favorites as well that we have done. And Never Let Go.
right. All of them fairly good movies with wide concept that touched a lot of people in general.
Yes.
Being an actor, seeing everybody watch a movie, how does it feel like when people come up to you on the street and they be like, "Wait a minute, you're that girl"? Because I know when you first started off, it was like a surreal moment to the point where you're like, dang, I have people coming up to me. What is that feeling to you, not like now, being a veteran now?
It feels good. It still feel like it did the first time somebody acknowledged me. I was I was embarrassed the first time somebody did it because I was me and my mom was having a disagreement and I was upset. I was looking crazy. My hair was all over my head. I was crying. And I walked in the store on 27th in Brooklyn over in Missouri at Top Spot. Shout out to my guys at Top Spot. I walked in there and dude was like, "Hey, you that girl that be doing them movies?" I was snot nose crying like right before I had walked in the store, and dude said that to me. I was like, "Oh man, never again." Like now, now I try to keep myself on guard, no point when it comes to stuff like that, because it make you feel good, you know, that people actually do know who you are and they respect what you do and how you do it.
What was the hardest role that you had to do as an actor in general? What the most challenging role? Because you play these characters really good, and a lot of people are like really tapped into your energy, especially when you just go crazy with deep emotion. How do you pull that emotion out of you?
I just try to put myself in the mindset of whatever character I'm supposed to be in at that moment and at that time. I'll try to think back on something somewhat similar to the scene I'm getting ready to do and try to pull that emotion up out of me. Sometimes I already be going through little things in my personal life, so I would have to kind of like, you know, instead of taking my anger out on people, I just take it out on acting, I guess.
Would you say acting is like a mental relief for you?
Yes, it is. It is my way of healing.
So you transition over to acting into music.
Yes.
And you have a lot of hot tracks. Can you tell me, how does music make you feel and how is it different from acting?
Music is a way of expressing what's on your mind, and it's also a way of being able to give your audience a chance to get to know you personally on a personal level. And also music is an scapegoat for me, because sometimes some things I can't put my face in front of on the camera doing. I can't do certain stuff on the camera, but when it comes down to my music, I feel like I can express myself a little bit more through my music than what I do through my acting. So whatever I can't do through my acting, I just try to do it through my music.
It really is an art.
Yes, it is. And it's fun being creative. Music is somewhat another way of storytelling. It's another form of acting. Actually, it's just wordplay. So it's pretty cool to be able to mess around with different songs and lyrics and being able to target different audiences.
Nice. So back in the summer 2021, or I believe it's 2021, you hosted a homeless event.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that and how did that go?
The Take Back KC event, that was something that was just put on my heart to do. I feel like as an artist, I'm supposed to be able to help give back to my community and to change my community. And in order for our community to change, sometimes we have to be the change. The change starts within us. So I felt like, you know, if by me giving back to our community and to my community, I feel like I was doing my part as far as making the change that needs to be made out here. It was pretty nice. I got to be able to collaborate with other artists and producers and directors and actors and photographers and the kids and the homeless people. It was really nice. Shout out to Bagman and Gabby also, and Megan for making it possible as well. X-Ray, I appreciate y'all for helping us put that together. That was really nice.
How important is it for you to have good people in your life right now? Like, we all get caught up in the mix, but how how blessed are you to have good people that you can just lean on, and what is the satisfaction on that? Because a lot of people don't have that, you know.
I am beyond blessed to be able to have the team that I have. It's nothing like being able to work with gentlemen and not, excuse my language, niggas. I work with purified gentlemen, and they are very productive. Actually, been able to see them put different videos and music together, and anybody that come across their path, they make sure, you know, they support them, and they put them in the way of being able to chase their dreams as well, accomplishing their goals. Whatever it is you tell them they want to do, you want to do, they gonna make it happen. And I bless God so much for letting me meet some men like that, because not everybody's like that. And not only that, we ain't never had no issues to where I felt uncomfortable or anything like that. They have always made me feel very comfortable. They have never made me feel like I'm doing this for nothing. You know, even if I ain't got $1 in my pocket, if I call them and I tell them, hey y'all, I need y'all to pull up, they gonna pull up with these cameras, lights, camera, action, and they gonna make it happen. And they're my boys for that. And I'm always love them. Shout out to Jackie, X-Ray, 2020 Vision ET.
Exactly. To anybody wanting to be in Taliban shoes, say like the young artists are, there's a lot of people that look up to you. There's a lot of people that see your videos, music videos, and how would you motivate them to a certain extent to get onto the level you're at right now? What would they have to do? Because there is a lot of self-doubt within people, and you are at a high level to the point where you can teach and be a mentor now. What would you have to say to a person wanting to be in Taliban shoes?
Stay consistent. If y'all do nothing else, stay consistent. Even though life get hard, whenever you going through pressure, instead of you letting your pressure weigh you down, just apply that pressure to your goals and to what it is you're trying to do. Stay motivated and stay consistent. That's the best thing I could tell anybody. Consistency is always the best thing.
Consistency is always the best. What are your future plans and your future goals? You're on fire right now. What is the next step you're elevating? You came from a time boy to this right here.
This is crazy.
The high heels. Can you explain that though? I want you to explain the time boy to high heels process. What was the transition? And you got into modeling as well. Can you explain that whole journey real fast?
Man, it's kind of weird. Because still to this day, I battle with my aggression because I'm an aggressive woman. And I try to fix that. But as a little girl, I always wanted to go to the WNBA. I was never the type to play in makeup, hair, none of that stuff. I wanted to play ball and I wanted to box. I thought I was the next Layla Ali. But growing up and having my own daughter made me, you know, want to change as far as the way I carried myself and the way I had, you know, way I approach things. You know, as a woman, sometimes you gotta kind of keep it cute and classy. So that was one of my biggest battles, but that's something that I learned to do in love.
Exactly. Can you explain what's it like being a model?
Oh my God, it's hard somewhat. It's cool. I like it because you get to get all down up and stuff. But your feet be hurting. You gotta worry about your feet hurting. Then you gotta worry about, you know, keeping your makeup together and your hair stuff together. But honestly, if you somebody that love who you are naturally, and if you loving the skin you win, baby, you gonna win in this field or in this industry. Long as you love who you are and you believe in who you are and you have faith in who you are, you will excel in this industry. as a model, an actor, or artist, whatever it is you choose to do, you gotta believe in yourself and have faith in yourself and love yourself and know you can do it.
How important is it to be a strong mother out here? Because you do so much, and how important is just to be a strong mother and just to uplift your child? Because you have an amazing daughter, and I see you guide her so well. How important is it to you?
It's very important to love your kid and to support your child and your children and to set an example for your children as well. My daughter is what made me want to change my way of living, my way of talking, walking. She is what made me want to do better and to be better, because I wanted her to be able to grow up and be a successful woman, and for her to be able to know she can love herself and she should love herself and believe in herself.
Exactly. Coming on for the game, how did your family inspire you in anything, in many different ways? How did your family just inspire you to keep going?
They actually just started kind of like supporting what I was doing. I guess because of my past history, they kind of didn't believe that I would, be successful, or that I would be where I am today. But I am here, and now that they see me accomplishing my goals and stuff, they are very supportive. They are always in my corner. Sometimes it does seem a little weird because I'm 31 and I'm just now getting started. So I've always felt like if I had known what I knew back then, if I knew what I knew now back then, we'll be some millionaires right now.
Hey, we're still very young. We got a lot of time.
We gonna make it happen.
Yeah, like you said, consistency is the ultimate key. And I can tell you one thing. Coming up to when I first started, a lot of people thought, in my family, they were like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Mm-hmm. But like you said, it's the consistency. And as long as you believe in what you're doing, people are going to turn around and be like, wait a minute,
She owned something. He
owned something. Yeah, exactly what happened to me. So I definitely feel that statement. So, my thing is, what does success mean to you? What does success mean to you right now? Everything. And you're at the pinnacle of everything. What does it mean?
Everything. Like I said, being at the bottom and knowing what it's like to be at the bottom, it's like I gotta know what it's like to be at the top now. Like I'm determined to get to the top since I done already seen the bottom. I want to be at the top of the mountaintop. I want to know, what it's like not to stress, not to worry. Even though I know that's impossible for any human not to stress or not to worry. But I want to be able to be caught up on all my bills, be able to build in my community, I want to be able to make a difference in my community. And I feel like once I'm able to reach that level of success, I'll be able to make the changes and do the things that I want to be able to do.
All right. What do you guys say about the Kansas City scene right now? The Kansas City music scene, movie scene. What do you guys say about the entertainment scene in Kansas City?
I feel like the Kansas City music scene could be a little bit more supportive of each other. When it comes down to the movie industry, I feel like they doing their thing when it comes down to that part. But music, I feel like we could do a whole lot better as far as supporting each other and being there for each other and building together instead of competing. Kansas City music is just like, I don't know, the Kansas City entertainment industry is just like a bunch of artists competing with each other instead of eating together. And I feel like if we was to actually start coming together and really start sitting down and putting our heads together, we'll all be able to eat. I think Kansas City will be the talk of the town, the talk of the country, if we would be able to get it together.
Well, see us in the background. Man, very true, very well spoken. A lot of people need to hear that. A lot of people need to hear that. That's why we do these interviews. A voice, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I believe, like, if we all, like, look at us right now. The acting scene is good. The movie scene is good. We all support each other as actors, call each other up. Music scene needs to be that strong. I believe it will happen with artists like you speaking up, you know, making a difference. So.
Yeah, because my number one thing is I'd rather eat with you than compete with you. So, y'all tap in with me because I need features. I do features, movies, music, whatever. Tap in with your girl. And I don't have a problem with supporting you. You can support me. We can end this together.
Right. Are there any closing statements you would like to add? There'll be more interviews from you coming real soon. This ain't the last one. But are there any closing statements you would like to add before we leave this interview today?
No, just stay consistent. Y'all, just whatever you do, just stay consistent. Don't stop. Don't give up. Stay consistent in what you're trying to do. Chasing your dreams, man. Taile Bandz.
Taile Bandz.